Hello folks, and welcome to Seedship. This is an online game that's free, and the idea is that you are artificially intelligent directed ship with hibernating humans inside. Earth was doomed, as we all know it is, and that you've been sent out into space to colonize a new planet. It's somewhat of a choose-your-own-adventure kind of feel to it. Let's begin. And when they knew the Earth was doomed, they built a ship. Less like an ark, more like a seed, dormant but with potential. In its heart, 1,000 colonists in frozen sleep, chosen and trained to start civilization again on a new world. To control the ship, they created an artificial intelligence. Not human, but made to think and feel like one, because only something that thought and felt like a human could be entrusted with the future of the human race. Its task is momentous, but simple. To evaluate each planet the ship encounters, decide whether to keep searching or end its journey there. Momentous? I can't say that. Bleh. The ship's solar sails propel it faster and faster into the darkness, and the AI listens as the transmissions from ground control fade and then cease. When all is quiet, it enters hibernation to wait out the first stage of its long journey. After millennia of slow travel, the Seedship AI wakens. Hope against hope. It trains its receiver on the direction of Earth's sun, but it is as silent as any other of the myriad dead stars. Save for the 1,000 frozen colonists cradled in its shielding and life support system, the human race is now extinct. And I apologize for any words I mispronounce because I'm a horrible reader. Oh, I'm a great reader. I'm horrible at dictation. Any damage or malfunctions during the journey should have awoken the AI from its hibernation, but it is still anxious as it runs its self-diagnostic programs. The sleep chambers are all functioning, the colonists within them alive or at least capable of being retrieved from their frozen status. Sensors functioning, surface probes responding, landing and construction systems ready for the one time they will be used. Scientific and cultural databases intact, safely storing all the remains of humanity's knowledge and art. And obviously my air conditioning is working for some reason, even though it's cold outside. So this is, on the left, is the condition of your ship. You only have 10 surface probes, and you will receive damage as your journey continues. The big thing about this game is balance. Finding a planet you can live on before you die. If you decide to try to look for the perfect planet, you're probably going to die. It's going to just take forever. So you have to find conditions where you think that the colonists can overcome and survive. It doesn't need to be a perfect planet, but there does have to be some conditions available. Now usually the first planet you scan is an example of a planet you don't want to go to. The Seedship is in orbit of the 5th planet of a yellow supergiant star. Supergiant's usually not very good either. Even a brief scan from orbit reveals far more information than its builders could know with their Earth orbit-based telescopes. But the AI has little use for scientific curiosity. It has only one concern, whether this planet can make a suitable new home for the human race. And no. Atmosphere is non-breathable. Gravity is very high, temperature is hot, there's no water, no resources. It doesn't matter what's on the moon, and we're not going to launch a probe because there's nothing really interesting on this planet already. Even if we found something on it, it's already, the conditions are so bad that it's not worth going to, so we're going to move on. The AI judges the first planet to be unsuitable. It turns its scanners away, spreads its solar sails, and begins another long journey through the void. Okay, first choice. The AI wakes to a radiation alert. The death burst of a distant supernova is flooding the Seedship's electronics with random signals. The sleep chambers are malfunctioning, and in a few minutes some of them will shut down. The Seedship could avoid the malfunction by shutting down all its electronics within the radiation till the radiation is passed, but leave it without a working avoidance system for a dangerous length of time. Question? Collision avoidance system. So if we shut down, we save the colonist, but there's a chance that we all die. We don't shut it down, we'll be okay, but we'll have a problem with our avoidance system. In other words, the next time we run into something, we might run into something. So I'm going to shut it down. We're going to lose people, though. Oh. No damage. So nothing hit us. Okay. The AI shuts down all the ship's systems and then itself. When it comes back online, the radiation is passed, and to its relief, a system check reveals no damage. There is also a possibility that something would be hit. Many of our scanners might be damaged, might have lost colonists, so on and so forth. Another ship is... we found another planet, another ship. The Seedship enters orbit on a second planet of a blue supergiant star. Blue supergiant stars. The giant stars are not the best. Short lifespans. And blue means the vegetation is going to be black, but whatever. Or might not be black, but it's not going to be green. This star is one of the dozens orbiting a massive a black hole that looms in the distance like a... Oh, jeez, black hole, okay. Atmosphere marginal, gravity low, temperature cold, water oceans, resources none. That's not good, but we have anomalies. And there's vegetation and life. So let's launch a surface probe. The surface probe's sensors confirm the readings of the ship's orbital scanners. Insulated caves. The planet's crust is riddled with extensive cave systems that are insulated from the temperature on the surface. We're going underground, people, if we colonize. The probe finds alien plants. It tests the sample and finds they'll be neither edible nor poisonous to humans. We could still use them for other purposes. The probe encounters numerous animals. After analyzing the behavior, it concludes that they would be neither useful nor harmful to humans. Bogus. There's no resources. We're going to end up being stone tool people. Still, this is a nice planet. Might be better to be stone-carrying savages than... And shuts down the probe. Okay. So I'm going to found a colony just to show you guys what kind of things happen. This decision is accumulation of the AI's existence, and it cannot make it lightly. Founding a colony will end the Seedship's journey, make this planet humanity's new home. The landing system controls the Seedship's descent, and it splashes gently down into the ocean of the shore of one of the planet's continents. The colonists awake from their seed chambers and survey their new home. Forest and impossible slender alien plants, because it's very low gravity, reach kilometers into the pale blue sky. One again, I don't think it would be kilometers, but since the atmosphere is thin, blue is probably not also... Well, yeah, because it was thicker, it'd probably be red. Even though we have a blue star, but whatever. They name their new planet, their new world, Garden, because of its lush plant life, which they can't eat. But whatever. See, they're already dying because of the cold or low gravity. Let's see. The colonists begin constructing a settlement with the aid of the Seedship's construction robots. They build their settlement inside insulated caves, which provide a ready-made shelter from the planet's inhospitable surface temperature. They can leave the ship wearing minimum breathing gear and heavy clothing to protect them from the freezing cold. The very low gravity makes the work more difficult than it would have been on Earth, and 123 colonists die of gravity-related health problems? Yeah, okay, that low gravity does affect a lot of our systems, our internal organs and all that. They build their settlement near a river that flows into one of the planet's oceans, which provides all the water they need. Yeah, one of the things they did in space is they found out, when you're in low gravity or no gravity, your fluids kind of go all over the place. Like the spinal fluid goes up to your head, and it causes massive headaches, from what I understand. Then you have sinus issues and all sorts of stuff. The planet has no accessible metals or other resources, so the colonists cannot maintain a high level of technology even with the fully intact scientific database. Darn it. The colonies transcend transcension to a technology based on stone and wood tools. We're Stone Age now. The planet cannot sustain human life without technological assistance, but before their technology fails, the original scientists genetically engineer their descendants to survive in a very low gravity. That's a very old science fiction idea. Instead of terraforming the planet, you change yourself to fit the planet. The cultural database contains a wealth of historical information to help the colonists make their choice of government, and a vast library of art and literature is to entertain and inspire them. The losses sustained by the colonists make building a new society more difficult. The colonists used the surviving cultural database to guide them to the creation of a republic based on freedom and equal rights. So, they're on an alien planet where a lot of alien planets reach kilometers into the pale blue sky. The colonists live in towering stone-walled cities with buildings sealed inside the planet's harsh environment. Sealed against the planet's harsh environment, besides rivers that flow into the planet's ocean, even though these cities are underground. Built around parliament buildings where assemblies of citizens rule for the good of all. In the first city stands a monument to the 123 colonists who died building the first settlement, the Seedship AI that guided humanity to its new home. We only visited 2 planets before coming here. Our total score is 6777. Now let's go back to the titles page. Now I could play another game, but I would like to show you past missions. It keeps track of past missions. So Garden is almost the last one on the here. At least, look at this. Now, the score, I guess, is just, you don't have to really pay attention to that score, but it does decide which ones are the best results according to this mathematical formula, whatever they have. Now, some of these are better than others. For example, this one in Garden, the first Garden, I played Saturday, November 3rd. They say it's better than this one. But this is run by priests. And obviously it's somewhat a totalitarian Stone Age setup. This one is not. These are lower than that in score, but they sound like they'd be a little better place to live in, except for the monarch, probably. But you can see the best one is the Atomic Age Democracy, so, which is also a cold planet. You can tell by the names. So let's try another game, another one. I'll go a little faster, go through the introduction a little faster. You do the whole thing all over again. Systems checked. Okay, scan the first planet. It's going to be slightly different from the first one we saw last time, but it's still going to be pretty horrible, probably. Yeah, very cold, ice-covered surface. That's still water. Rich in atmosphere. Vegetation, animal life, possible structures, electromagnetic activity. Oh, that's non-breathable atmosphere. Very high, very cold. Very high gravity. See, that's almost not bad, depending on what this is. Let's actually launch a probe, see what happens. Metal-rich moon. We already have resources. Alien plants. Plants are poisonous. Alien life, neither useful or harmful. Some of the possible structures in the Seedship's observed from orbit. It finds their cities inhabited by intelligent species with an atomic age level of technology. Let's find a colony. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. The landing system controls the Seedship's descent and touches gently down on the top of the planet-wide ice sheet. The colonists wake from their sleep chambers and survey their new home. Level fields of alien moss stretch away beneath the alien sky. They name the new world Snowball. That's new, because its surface is entirely covered in ice, except for the moss. The colonists begin constructing a settlement with the aid of a seed ship. Oh wow, we already lost 600 people. They leave the ship wearing breathable gear and heat suits to survive the near absolute zero temperatures, but breathing gear failures leading to 123 colonists dying, and 123 more die when one of their shelters shatters in the extreme cold. Crushing gravity means they can barely move without mechanical assistance, and 113 colonists are killed while partly completing buildings collapse. They build their settlement top of an ice covering the planet's surface, which they mine for water. The planet's plant life extremely poisonous to humans, and 323 students die before they clear it away from their settlement. The planet is rich in metals and other resources, and the scientific database contains a wealth of information on how to make use of them. The colonists use what is left of the seed ship to build a spacecraft capable of reaching the planet's metal-rich moon and mine it to cement the planet's oil-rich resources. The colonists managed to maintain a level of technology equivalent to that Earth when its seed ship was launched. As the colonists expand from their initial summit, they must find a way to share their new world with Nave's inhabitants, guided by the wealth of historical information in the cultural database. Similarity in technology levels between the colonists and the natives make relations easier. These species end up living in separate communities with friendly relationships between them. I don't like the separate but equal, but okay. The cultural database contains a wealth of historical information to help the colonists make their choice of government and a vast library of art and literature to entertain and inspire them. The heavy loss sustained by the colonists make building a new society more difficult. Colonists develop into a high-tech police state in which the population lives under constant surveillance by the untouchable ruling class, and the slightest dissidence is violently put down. The surviving culture database is preserved, but access to it is strictly limited to the state. 7688, so that's probably lower than the first one. So, Snowball's level fields of alien moss stretch way beneath the alien sky. The colonists live in low spawning cities of steel and glass in their airtight domes on top of the plant-wide ice sheet, which makes no sense because they just said there's alien moss. Well, the streets are filled with security cameras and patrolled by armed police who violently put down any hint of dissidence. Traders and diplomats from the planet's native nations are occasionally seen in the colonist communities. In the first city stands a monument to the 682 colonists who died building the first settlement in the seed ship AI that guided humanity to its new home. Oh boy. So, title screen, and let's go see what Snowball compares to the others. I think that's lower than the last one we did. If it seems like it's taking a long time to go between screens and stuff like that, that's more likely my computer than anything. Snowball. Well, no, it was pretty high up, actually. I saw the 7 and assumed somehow below this. Yeah, Snowball's the second one. I guess because of the technology, the cultural... The fact that we had most of our gear, nothing was damaged. It was the first planet. There was aliens there to interact with, so on and so forth. We just lost a lot of people. But 300 people, I think, are the ones who survived, and that is more than enough for a healthy genetic pool of people to start with. There's not going to be any inbreeding. It's a police state, so they'll probably make sure that nobody does inbreed. That's a few sci-fi movies there, too. But that's it. That's the game. Like I said, it's online. It's free. Though if you want to buy the guy a cup of coffee or give him some money or buy a t-shirt or something like that, feel free to. and I will make sure to put the website in the description below. Okay, thank you for watching.